So today is November 4th, and Michael Burry placed, I guess, the 13F filings got released, and it showed that Michael Burry placed Palantir puts, which comprised of 60% of his 66% of his portfolio, which kind of like messed me up because I just had Palantir calls prior to earnings, and when I looked at Palantir's reports and stuff, it was like really positive. The revenue and overall was really good, and after they were done with earnings, the Palantir stock went up like 3% or 4%, and then afterwards it just went down, and that was just due to the fact that Michael Burry just, I guess the notification of that filing just threw everyone off, and especially since it's such a large amount. But my thing with that is, like, even though we've gone, I think the past 2-3 quarter earnings, like Palantir earnings, that everyone was pessimistic about the whole overvaluation of the company. But I mean, they're making revenue, and with the government, I mean, Palantir was doing good. Like, if you looked at their revenue and their earnings per share, so it just threw me off a little bit. But if you look at Michael Burry's Nvidia put, it was back in Q1 of 2025, and Nvidia has been just rising. It's been rising until the past few days, just because I think it's like like the end of the month, and everyone's kind of either like claiming their losses or reevaluating their portfolio, so they're like making, I think there's like a big sell-off going on. That's just my opinion. Since he placed that put, I went ahead and just like claimed that loss for my Palantir call and went alongside him. But I don't know. I think Palantir will come back up. I don't think it's, I think they just, they just got scared and it'll go down a little bit. But after all this, maybe in 2 weeks or a month from now, it should climb back up. So yeah, when I was looking at Burry's, portfolio and how much he put and stuff, so it's like 80% of the portfolio is on Palantir and Nvidia puts. Palantir was 66%, Nvidia was 13% of that 80. I started thinking about Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway of their portfolio, and interesting fact was the cash reserves. This is just asking through AI. The cash reserves stated that it was 381 billion compared to their active stock portfolio, which is 283 billion. So that is quite a significant play. But I think, I don't know, I feel like everyone's slowly getting pessimistic with the whole stock market just exponentially increasing, and like nothing bad hasn't happened yet. And it was weird because when Trump met with President Xi, with the Chinese president, it was a very surprisingly optimistic outcome. But even during that day, the stock market went down, because usually every time like tariff talks or whatever, the stock market goes down. But even like, and it's usually like a pessimistic outcome. With this Chinese meeting, there was like a 1-year truce, and it seemed pretty optimistic, but the stock market still went down that day. It's interesting whether Trump talks about tariffs, either it's positive or negative. It's or I don't know. I think there was still some positive news of some places. or of some countries where Trump was initiating higher tariffs. What was it? Kava place had their earnings report today, and I placed a put on that one just because last week when Chipotle placed their had their earnings report, it also was pessimistic, and people couldn't afford it. Or I guess like a percentage of their customers couldn't. I guess the younger generation couldn't afford it. So, yeah, that was no bueno. Oh yeah, so here is the Palantir history, and it was really good. And then this is their earnings on November 3rd, which was pretty good. I don't know what's happening.